Well, hello boys and girls, how you doing today? It is a beautiful day out here, and this week our theme is the beach. Yes, so we're going to be reading some books about going to the beach. Okay? Well, let's see. Our first book today is Just Grandma and Me. Just Grandma and Me. And it looks like they are at a beach, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks like they're at a beach. Yeah. So let's see what happens when Just Grandma and Me goes to the beach. We went to the beach, just Grandma and me. I wanted to set up the beach umbrella. But what, it blew away, didn't it? But the wind was too strong. So I guess Grandma had to do that. I flew my kite instead. See? It's fine as kite. And what did it do? It hit somebody in the head. The wind was too strong. Then I bought hot dogs for Grandma and me. But they fell in the sand. So I washed them off. What'd they do? Stuck them in the beach water. I know that hot dog was really good after that, don't you think? It was. I found a nice seashell for Grandma. And it was full of crabs. See that seashell right there? He was going to give that to his grandma. But then the crab popped out. And he dropped it. I don't think Grandma wanted that seashell. I wanted to blow up my seahorse, but I didn't have enough air. So Grandma helped me. See, he's trying to blow up his seahorse. But now Grandma, she has more air than he has. So he blew it up. She blew it up for him. I told Grandma to take me way out into the deep water, but not too far. Not too far. He wanted to go way out there, but he was holding on for dear life with Grandma, wasn't he? He didn't want to get dropped in that deep water. I put on my fins and my mask and showed Grandma how I can snorkel. Look at it. He's snorkeling. She's holding him up while he's showing her how to snorkel. Yeah. I dug a hole in the sand for Grandma. Then I covered her up and tickled her feet. Do you ever do that? No. Maybe you should try it this summer. I built the sand castle just for Grandma, but a big wave came by and it washed the sand castle away, didn't it? Grandma said, that's what happens to sand castles, and we will build another new one next time. So she didn't mind. On the way home, Grandma was tired. Looks like Grandma's tired, doesn't it? So I told her I would watch for the stop sign. We had a good time at the beach. Just Grandma and me. Boy, he looks like he was worn out, doesn't he? He's up on Grandma's shoulder, just sleeping away. The end. Wow. Now, do you think he had a good time at the beach? Yeah. Yes, he did. Yay. He had a great time at the beach. Okay. Now, another day at the beach. Huh? You see? He's got, that's a big sand castle and a car. Yeah. One perfect morning, Dad drove Alice B. and Baxter to look at the ocean. See, they're looking at the ocean. He drove them in that car, and now they're looking at the ocean. It was clear and blue, with tiny waves that sparkled in the sun. The water looks so nice, said Baxter. I wish we had our swimsuits. Let's go back and get them, said Alice. It'll only take half an hour. Dad drove Baxter and Alice B back home. They changed into their swimsuit, and Dad took them back to the beach. Now, Alice B and Baxter ran straight to the ocean and dived in. The water felt really good. Wow! Look at all those fish, said Baxter. I wish I had our goggles. Let's go back home and get them, said Alice B. It'll only take half an hour. Dad drove Baxter and Alice B back to the house. They found their goggles, and Dad took them back to the beach. Look at them. They're all in the water, swimming around with their goggles. Baxter and Alice B swam underwater and looked at all the fish. After that, they played on the sands. Alice B did a sand cartwheel. I wish I had my camera, said Baxter. Let's go back and get it, said Alice. It'll only take, how long? Half an hour. Dad drove Baxter and Alice B back to the house. They found Baxter's camera, and Dad took them back to the beach. Look at all the pictures he took. Baxter took some pretty pictures of Alice B, and Alice B took some silly ones of Baxter. Look at all the pictures. Do you take a lot of pictures when you go to the beach? Or go to the pool or somewhere? Yeah. Hey, Baxter, said Alice B. I bet I could make a better sandcastle than you. I wish I had my shovel, said Baxter. Let's go back to the house and get them, said Alice B. It'll only take, half an hour. Yeah. Dad drove Baxter and Alice B back to the house. They found their shovels, but this time, Dad drove them back to the beach in his big truck. In the back were the shovels and absolutely everything else that Dad could think of. It was a big truck. It had a lot of things. It had a lot of things in there that they would have wanted later, didn't it? Yes. It was very hard to say whose castle was best. It's hot, said Alice B. I wish Bucky Henderson was here, said Baxter. We could use his paddle boat. Let's go back and get him, said Alice B. It'll only take, half an hour. Who needs a paddle boat when you've got me, said Dad, lifting Baxter and Alice B up high up in the air. Dad took off his shirt. Then he charged down to the beach and jumped into a wave with a big splash. Oh! Dad floated on his back while Baxter and Alice B sat on his tummy. they watched the sailboat flying over the waves. Yeah. On the way home, they stopped for ice cream. It only took half an hour. The end. Boy. Woo, wasn't that great? Wow, that was really great. Do you think your mom and dad is going to take you to the beach and then you said, I forgot my snorkels. And then they're going to run back home and get it and then bring you back to the beach again? And then you forget something else, they're going to take you back home and bring you back to the beach again? Boy, seemed like they wasted a lot of time when they could have taken everything in that big truck to begin with, doesn't it?
Yeah, the truck is very big.
Yeah, that truck was very big. And good thing he decided to fill it up the last time they went. Now, our last beach story is Wally and Molly go to the beach. This is Wally and this is Molly. Let's see what they have planned today for their beach outing. Is it a hot day? Wally and Molly go to the beach. There are lots of people there. Molly unpacked her bag and put on her sunscreen. I don't want to. Why do I need to? You will get burnt, said Molly. Molly puts on sunscreen, but Wally does not. Wally goes into the sea. The sea is cold. I do not need sunscreen, said Wally. Wally swims and sees some fish. He's a good swimmer, isn't he? Yes. Molly gets her bucket and her shovel. I will play in the sand, said Molly. She makes a big sandcastle. It is almost done. It just needs pretty shells. And where's she going to get shells from? She going to pick them up from
Under the sea.
Under the sea, yeah. Or on the seashore. Wally comes out of the water. You look like a tomato. I will get the sunscreen, said Molly. Look at it. He's all red. Molly put sunscreen on Wally. Ouch, it hurts. It hurts. I should have listened to you. The end. Wow. Well, I tell you, weren't they some great stories about the beach? Yes, they were. And Wally and Molly, I tell you, he did not want to put on any sunscreen. No, he didn't. But remember, when you go into the beach or to the park or anything this summer, remember to put on some sunscreen so you don't get burnt and look like a red tomato. Okay? All right, my boys and girls, be good. Pay attention to your teachers.